Hi, I'm PS. This is my very first YouTube video ever. I have one somewhere else that my dad put on of a play that I wrote, but that's not on my channel. This is my very first one. Yay! So, for my first video, I was just gonna do like a hi, this is me thing so y'all could get to know me a little bit. So I decided that today's topic was going to be phobias, because our phobias are our deepest and darkest fears. So, number one phobia of mine. I have a lot of number ones. First on my list of phobia is spiders. Now this is a really, really common phobia, actually. A lot of people are scared of spiders. But I have a good reason. It's a completely rational phobia. A lot of phobias tend to be irrational, meaning nobody has any idea where they came from or if there's a good reason for them. But there's a very good reason for my spider phobia. This reason being, when I was 11, I went to take a shower, and I was soaping up my hair and getting it all beautiful and sudsy, and all of a sudden I felt something on my foot. And, you don't want to open your eyes because you're scared soap's going to get in your eyes. So I tried to rinse my face off really, really fast, and I looked down, and there's this ginormous tarantula just standing there right in front of my foot, just with its two big old claws out, gnarling at me. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I froze, because I freeze when I'm scared. Another random thing you now know about me. And so I freeze, and I'm so scared, and then I scream and I run away completely naked. I run upstairs to my dad, and I'm like, Dad, oh my gosh, there's a tarantula in the shower. He's like, okay, I'll take care of it. He doesn't believe me. I ran out of there naked, leaving the shower, running, when I was an 11-year-old girl. Tell me I was lying. Well, he goes into the bathroom, and he's like, oh, okay then, you weren't lying. So he gets a shoebox and shuts the door. And he's like, okay, I got it, and takes the box out of the room. And so I'm sitting here as my naive 11-year-old self, trusting my father, like we all should, if we have amazing, wonderful fathers like I do. But no. 2 days later, I go into the bathroom just to wash my hands or whatever, and in the sink is, I swear to you, the exact same spider. So either Dad was lying to me, or this spider had a twin. I don't know. But so ever since then, I've been majorly afraid of spiders. So at least it's a rational fear. Next fear, which is irrational, is claustrophobia. I am so claustrophobic. I'm uncomfortable in elevators. I'll go in an elevator and I'll pretend to be fine, but in all reality, I'm freaking out. Elevators are scary. The thought that they could plummet to the basement and things. And I try not to think of this while I'm in an elevator, because I know that will just freak me out even more. But it's hard not to think that when you're in an elevator and you might die. So I think that, which I shouldn't, but I do. It's not that dramatic though. There are some people who can't be in a closed room at all because they're so scared, and I'm not that way. Other than that, I'm fine. If there's too many people around me and they're all really tall and they're all trying to talk to me at once, I'll feel claustrophobic and I'll kind of freak out and scream and be like, everybody shut up one at a time, okay. So claustrophobia, which is irrational, but a lot of people also have that one. One that I only know of one other person in the entire world who has this, and she is a YouTuber. Her name is Carrie Fletcher. Subscribe, she's amazing. And that is answering phone calls. I hate answering my phone. If I see that it's ringing, I'll leave it to voicemail. If I answer my phone, it means I am in the greatest mood of all time. Because I just hate it. I don't know why. It's just, I think it has something to do with our times, where all of us teenagers are used to the texting, where we don't have to look at someone or hear someone and answer them back immediately. We can think of what we're going to say before we say it. And so I think I'm always worried that I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm also worried about that right now, making my first YouTube video, just so you know. I'm a little bit terrified. Another one that is also exceedingly common, because I'm an average girl, I have a lot of the things that every other average person in the universe has, but is heights. Being scared of heights, high places. A lot of people have this. I have it for an irrational reason. There is no reason, but I have it, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I've tried to talk myself out of being scared of heights because I'm like, no, I'm safe. I'm not going to fall. The edge is way over there. It's not like I'm going to go chucking myself off of the edge. Although I think that is a deep, dark fear of mine, that one day I'll just really, really wonder what it's like to jump off of the edge of something. Because, I mean, think about it. That would be kind of fun. Maybe I should just do skydiving instead. Except I'm too scared to do skydiving, because it's too high. Anyway. Next, scary movies. A lot of people don't like scary movies. There are also a lot of people who can't get enough of scary movies. One of my brothers is the perfect example of this. He's so into scary movies that he decided he wants to be an exorcist when he grows up. I wish him the best of luck. I could never do it. Ever. I don't even like going to see scary movies. There was this one time where I was at a sleepover with my friends, and we were watching a movie on TV, and they all fell asleep before it ended, and I, for some reason, thought it would be rude if I turned off the TV, plus I didn't want to, like, just be laying there in the dark awake when there was nobody else. But then a scary show came on the TV, and I didn't turn it off. And I don't know why. I should have, but I didn't even think about it. Like, I just laid there and watched it, and it turned out to be the scariest thing I've ever watched in my entire life. And I can't even tell you what it was about. I can't tell you anything about it, like, because I don't even remember, but I remember that it was the scariest thing I've ever done, that I've ever watched, and I couldn't turn off the TV because I was so scared that, like, there was somebody hiding in the closet ready to kill me. And if everything went black, they'd be able to sneak up on me. And two, because I had to know how it ends. Because once I start a scary film, I have to finish it. So at least I know that the bad guy came to a bad end. I do remember that he didn't come to a bad end in that movie. He actually lived. And it was like a suspenseful ending where they left room for a sequel. I hope they didn't make a sequel. I will never see it. Anyway. So that's that. I did, however, a couple months ago when Woman in Black came out, I went and saw it. I thought it would be okay, because I was going with my good friend, and because I was like, Harry Potter's in it. I can just think about how much he is not an actual person, and how he's an actor, and it's not real, and that'll make it okay. No, it didn't. Poor Vanessa had bruises up and down her arms because I was clinging to her in fear the entire movie. I was so scared. It was so stupid. I shouldn't have gone to see it. There was this one part where Daniel Radcliffe was walking up the stairs with an axe, like, ready to break into the room, and I just couldn't control myself. Out of nowhere, I just screamed, "No, Harry Potter, don't do it!" And everybody in the movie theater just laughed. They thought it was the funniest thing in the world. So, at least I was entertaining. I'm always entertaining when I'm scared. I'm just the funniest person in the world when I'm scared, because I joke to make myself feel better. Repositioning! Okay, my leg fell asleep. I'm sitting on the floor. I also put up this beautiful old Victorian style-ish, well, you can't see that, but it is, sheet, because my wall is so disgusting that I don't want you to see it. Over time, I hope to, like, clothespin pictures and pretty things to it, so it's not just plain white and blue. But anyway, that's why that's there. My wall is so disgusting, I don't want you to see it. Not because it's dirty, just because the wallpaper is really old and kind of peeling, and there's dogs on it. I live in an old house. Anyway, okay. Next on my list of things to talk about is nerd life. I am a self-professed nerd. And these are my criteria for being a nerd. You have to have at least read Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and no, I can't even think of it. I'm so ridiculous. And have watched Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Star Trek, and I'm losing my mind. Okay, I should have written this down, but I didn't. all Doctor Who, all of those nerdtastic, wonderful, beautifulnesses that just speak to my soul and make me happy. Um, although I don't like Star Trek. Don't hurt me. I don't like Star Trek. I like Star Wars all the way, but I don't like Star Trek. Please don't hate me. It's not because, like, and I say that out of pure ignorance. I've only seen the new movie and a couple of random specks of the old show. I own every single one because my dad likes them, but I've never seen them. I refuse to because, and this is ridiculous, in school one time, when I was in like the 5th grade, this little boy told me that you can either like Star Wars or Star Trek and there is no in between. Like, and he told me this so matter-of-factly that I believed him. And so I dedicated my life to Star Wars and refused to watch Star Trek. Which I should probably get over and watch and like tell you how I feel about it. That's a great idea for a future video. I'll do that. Okay. Anyway, so I love Star Wars, I love Harry Potter, I love Lord of the Rings, and I love Doctor Who. I need to start seeing some of the classic Doctor Who's because I haven't and I need to. And my friend has a bunch of them, but I just haven't had the time lately to go to his house and watch them because we need to do that. We had a night where we watched Matt Smith's entire first season in one night because I hadn't seen any of the Matt Smith ones and I refused to like him because I was so in love with David Tennant. Because, I mean, all Doctor Who people know that the first Doctor you see is your favorite Doctor forever. That's just how it goes, I think. With any TV series that changes main people. Like, James Bond is an example. The first James Bond you see is probably going to be your favorite. It's the same with Doctor Who. David Tennant was my first, and so I've always loved him the best. Although, Chris Eccleston, I love you. Matt Smith I'm still not so sure about. I've seen all of his episodes, but I'm just still not so sure. And don't hurt me, I don't like Amy Pond. Mostly it's a girl jealousy thing. I didn't like Rose either. It's just a girl jealousy thing. It's not because they're bad actors or bad people or bad characters. It's just a girl jealousy thing. I'm jealous that they get to run away with the Doctor and I don't. That's just how we roll. It's a woman thing. My friend, I told him I was making my first YouTube video and he said, "Okay, but you have to promise me something." And I was like, "Okay, what?" And he's like, "You have to talk about yogurt." And I was like, "Okay." So here I am talking about yogurt. I don't like yogurt. I like flavored yogurts, but I don't like the flavored yogurts. Like, if it's a strawberry yogurt, I don't want there to be chunks of strawberry in it. I just want it to be strawberry flavored yogurt. I don't like the chunks. That's why I don't eat yogurt, because it's chunky and weird. And then the plain vanilla is just gross, because the yogurty aftertaste. I don't like it. I like yogurt in smoothies and things like that. Like, I used to work at a soda fountain and we used yogurt all the time in our smoothies. And I loved it, but I just don't like yogurt plain. But this is me fulfilling my promise to talk about yogurt. Yay! Promises fulfilled. I am a promise keeper. Okay. As of right now, that's all I have. So for now, good night. Have a great YouTube experience.